Welcome back to another tutorial. My name's Westy and I've got my son as a little helper today, and we're going to talk to you about custom shading. Custom shading on your social maps for your lowrance units. Yes, custom shading.
I can copy you.
You can copy me?
Yeah, custom shading.
That's the whole idea of this.
Yeah.
People can watch this and they can copy what we're doing.
Yeah.
So they can learn how to do custom shading.
Like that.
Yeah, like us.
I can learn
You can learn.
more better than all the people.
Okay, fair enough. Nice. There you go. So we can learn together on how to set up custom shading for your social maps and how it can help you locating the fish that you're chasing. This is very helpful for me when I'm chasing my Australian bass, picking particular depths that they're sitting in and looking around your whole lake on those depths highlighted in a certain colour. So let's get into it.
Dad,
Yes,
what's under the boat?
boat's got a bit of a scratch in it.
Oh,
Not good, hey?
no.
Oh well, that's for another video.
That's what Bessie did it?
No, fish didn't do it, ran into a tree. Don't tell Mum. Alright, let's get into custom shading. Alrighty, I've turned the unit on, I've hit the pages button to get to this screen. Now we're going to hit chart, so we have a map to work on. More options, chart source. I've chosen Wyverno just because, as you can see, there's a lot going on there. For the people that just want a basic to know how to change the colours on your map, this is for you. Later on in the video I'll break it down a bit more and explain why and how and everything like that. For people that just want to know exactly how to do it quickly, this is what we're going to do. Alrighty, more options. We're going to chart options. Scroll down to shading. Okay, this is my depth 1. I'll take it off, that's nothing. Put it on, that's what we've done. So to change that, we've got to go custom. Okay, depth 1. These are all the colours that I have set. As you can see, the top one's green and it scrolls all the way down. I've got it from 5 foot to 90 foot. So to change that on your depth setting as standard, it won't have these colours, but I'm going to show you how to do it right now quickly. So you select the first one. If you want to change the depth, you just push on it and you can type in the depth that you want and hit OK. Then you can choose the colour, push the little arrow. You have a few different colours there that you can choose from. Then the opacity, if you want to change the tone of that colour, you can use the opacity, which makes it a little bit more transparent, which changes the tone. So you can really break it down, but later on in the video I'll show you that anyway. So then you can just keep going down, selecting the next step, changing that, changing that, changing that. I've maxed out. I've just changed every one that I can and add more points. Just so I can show you how to add more. It says here add point. So you can hit add point. Like on this depth 2, I've got the setup for shallow lake, so I have a different colour palette. But if you want to add another one, you can add another one. You can put one in any of these numbers. You just type the number there and it will slot it there. So for example, let's put one at some real random number, like 9 foot. Okay, we'll hit 9, hit OK. Alright, we're going to change it to, I don't know, I have to look at the colours. Let's change it to pink. Pink, okay, boom, 9 foot, okay, and the colour's there. If you need to delete any of these, just hold it and you can hit delete and it gets rid of it. Okay, so I use depth 1 for deep lakes, I use depth 2 for shallow lakes. Later on in the video you can see the difference on what each one does on variant dams. So hopefully this helps. If you want more of a breakdown in this, continue watching the video and I go through it a little bit more in detail. But this is just really quick for those guys that are just on here just to know exactly how to do it, and then they can do it themselves, change the colours and play with it on their own. So for the rest of you that want to know a bit more about it and break it down a little bit more, watch the rest of the video. For everyone else that is watching, we've just gone back to the main screen here. By hitting pages, you get to this screen. Now we're going to go through a little bit more detail on why I do things and how it's done. Okay, so I've turned the unit on and and I've hit the pages button so I can get to this screen. Now we're going to pick a chart to work on. Hit chart. We need more options. Chart source. And today we are going to look at Lake Wivenhoe, as it's a deep lake as well as there's nice points, drop-offs, so we can really use the colour shading to its advantages. This is Wivenhoe Dam with no shading on it at all. Well, no custom shading, just standard. Pretty plain. Zoom right in. We're going to have a look around here. As you can see, there's so many different numbers there, and there is literally 2 colours. So what we want to do is we want to shade this so we can see all the different depths with different colours. So what you need to do is you need to go into chart options, scroll down to where it says shading. You're going to get to this screen. So to custom shade, you hit custom. So as you can see here on depth 1, these are all the colours that I've got and the different feet increments down the side. So it goes from 5 foot all the way to 90 foot, and I change 5, 10, 15, and then I jump straight to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and so on to 90. Some of the colours here, you can see the opacity is different. It's not 100%. It's just what I do to get the right colour of shade that I like when I'm doing this. When you open this up on your unit, in the depth 1 you'll have a couple of random colours there. What you need to do to change them is simple. You click on them. Okay, so you can change it by pushing on the screen and changing the feet there. So you can change the first one to 10 foot or whatever depth you want, and then you just push it in here and then you hit OK. Now you get to select the colour for that feet. So you just push a little arrow and you have a different array of colours that you can choose from. So I've got green for 5 foot, and this button here, you can change the opacity of it. Clear that for a second, fat fingers. So push on here, I had it at 50%. Most people use 100%, but I like to fade out my green a little bit. I don't like that big bold green colour. So once you've got this set, you just hit OK. Simple as that. Move to the next one down. You can change the feet, like I said, by clicking on it, and you can type in the feet, and then you just hit enter. Same thing again, colour. Then you can change the opacity if you'd like. On this one I've got 50% just because I needed a different shade. I spent a little time on this to really tweak it to how I like it. So you don't have to copy this if you don't want to, but this is just a suggestion. So I'm going to apply this now on Lake Wivenhoe, and then you can see the difference. So we're going to go depth 1 because that's what we've just set. So we'll go to depth 1. Let that sort itself out. Now you can see there's a lot of colours going on here. You can really see that drop off now on either side. This area flattens out, and this is a big point that's quite flat, and then you can see some really deep points here. So as I zoom right out, you can quickly pick where the river is. Just remember I chose a dark blue colour for the darkest. So you can see there that is a big massive river that comes all the way down. So there you have it. A lot of different colours going on here, a lot different to the way it was before. So as you go into here, we'll start in this section here. Nice point, deep section, got some flats. So if you're noticing you're finding fish sitting in a particular colour, say it's in this white and purple region here. So on this map here it's saying it's anywhere from 54 to 45 foot. If you're finding fish in that depth, well then you can zoom out and you can see all the white and purple sections around this area. Nice flat sections here, off the point, all this along another big long point. So it just helps you locate fish easier if you're seeing it in a particular colour rather than looking at a number. If you go into these lakes, sometimes they're not at 100%, which is most of the time they won't be at 100%. So this mat is set at 100%. So this is why I choose color shading rather than looking at the numbers. Because like I said before, if we're in that blue and white, if we're in that purple and white sort of color, like I said, 54 to 45 foot. Now, in real time, that could be in the 30 foot range. But it's the color I'm looking at. Color is so much easier and quicker to look at. So you can zoom out there, you can pick the white. If you do a lot of trolling, you can just troll that white line, just go, into another color back out. But you can really locate that quite easily rather than trying to look at the numbers. Same over here. If you're finding them on the flats there, and they're wanting to sit in a deeper section, which is this orange color, you can go along the flats and start seeing the sections of the same color relating to the same depth in real time. So this is just way easier than looking at numbers. Color is where it's at for me. So I'm just going to change lakes now, because that's depth 1, which I've set on a deep lake, and these colors won't work on a different lake that is shallower. So I'll just go back and I'll show you. I'm going to go into social maps, and we're going to go and search for Lake McDonald, because that is a shallow dam. Alrighty, here we are, Lake McDonald. Still got the same depth palette, but as you can see, there's not many colours going on here at all. And quite frankly, I don't even like the look of the colours, but each to their own. There's not a lot of depth variant in the colours there. I'm going to go back into chart options, go into shading, I'm going to pick depth 2. But before I do that, I'm going to go into custom and depth 2. And you can see the color chart here. Starts at 0, 5, 10, 12. I threw a 12 in there. We'll show you why. 15, 20, and 30 foot. You can add points if you want. Just hit add, and you can add different depths in between any of these and choose whatever color you want. Okay, so just so you can see, one's this musty yellow looking color at 60%. Okay, people playing at home, and then it goes green, blue, red, blue, white, and purple. So we're going to apply, just wanted to show you that before I apply it. So I'm going to untick depth 1, we're going to put depth 2. So as you can see here, there's a few more color tones going on here than the last one. I've thrown that 12 foot in there. The reason is, last time I was there, I found that fish were liking to sit in the 12 foot mark. So I've got that in a completely different contrasted color, so it stands right out. So I'll just blow it right out here now. Now you can really see everywhere that is close to 12 foot. Really tight along here, some nice sort of broken flats here, nice flat areas here going into a bay. Just zoom back in. So you can really pick the different colors. I've chosen the colors I have for the reason that the contrast against, if it's down 10 feet, you get more color variant in the different depths. So knowing that that's 16 foot and that's 22 foot, and yet there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say 6 colors there, and it's only changing 6 foot color per foot. Really broken down in a shallow lake. Deeper section's only like 22 foot in this section here. So you can see the colors all the way along there. If you're noticing that the fish are sitting in a particular color, well, you can sit your boat there and run parallel to the bank, or you can come back out casting towards it. Just makes it a lot easier. And by choosing that red color, go back in here, step 2, that 12 foot red, that is completely opposite side of the color wheel to blue. So it's going to stand right out. So if you went around and seen some fish at 25 foot, we'll just add a point. Alright, just hit 25, hit OK. Alright, you got yellow, you got white and purple, so you need something that sticks out between white and purple. Alright, let's go yellow. It's going to look ugly, but hey, it's going to stand out. Hit that, OK, go back. Alright. Now pick that yellow colour. Now you can see all the way through the lake the yellow colour. And I did this for a reason, because it is a shallow dam. So you can see all the deep little spots. The fish might be holding there, the bait could be holding in that depth. But now you can see everywhere in the lake at that depth. Very helpful. I'm just going to undo that because I don't need that. You can just hold on that and you can delete it. Okay, I just held on it. I'm just going to hit delete and it takes it away from there. So next time I go there, they might be at a different depth that I'm trying to hone in on. Last time it was 12 foot, next time I go there might be something different. So I'll delete that and change it. So back to the lake. So that's depth 2 on a small lake, and this is depth 1 on a large lake. Large lake being a lake that is a lot deeper. So your shallow lake and a deep lake. That's how I've got mine set up. Hope this helps with your angling. It's definitely helped with mine. I find this quicker with the colour rather than looking at a number due to dams being at different percentage levels. Most of these maps are done for 100%, so just look for the colour. Hell of a lot easier. As you can see, there's so much of a breakdown in colour range there. If you're finding in a certain depth which is relating to a colour, keep searching around that colour. You'll most likely find the fish are still in that, but in a different location. Once again, thanks for listening. I really hope this improves your angling. It's definitely helped mine. So until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share it. It all helps. Spread the love to everyone. Show how good this shading is on the lowrance.